Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I know we don't have a lot of people tuned in as this was kind of a last-minute decision, but we are going to be streaming your U18A Clarington Flames as they take on the Whitby Wolves. Both teams are out on the ice for warm-up. We've had a little bit of a delay as we're waiting for some officials, and now we need an off-ice official, so the referees are going to get the clock started, and I believe we're going to have one of the parents come over and run the time clock. So I was just doing a quick check online. The Clarington Flames roster is not posted on their website. So I don't have a roster to work with today, folks. Sorry, so I don't know any of the names of the players on this U18A team. So it'll be a lot of Clarington and Wolves commentary. This is something that we do for our U15A team. And we do have a roster, so all of our players get a shout out and so forth. But our U15A team just came off the ice with a 2-1 win over the Whitby Wolves. So we'll look to see if the U18 team can continue that trend and get a similar outcome against the Whitby Wolves. Both teams warming up. So we do have 3 officials now on the ice, and I think we've got one of the dads over working the time clock. So thanks to that dad for stepping in and making sure this game continues, and thanks to those 2 referees, or the 3 referees from the previous game for sticking around as well and ensuring that this game can happen. Wouldn't be able to do it with the referees, the timekeepers, off-ice officials, as well as the 2 teams and the coaching staff. All volunteers. So warm-up just wrapping up. So there's a look at your U18A Clarington Flames warming up. Goaltender just working on some movements by herself. Goaltender getting warmed up, getting in the zone. Both teams now picking up their pucks and getting ready for the opening faceoff. So there's a look at your Clarington bench. Both teams line up for the face-off. Face-off won by the Wolves. They're going to bring it down to the zone. That play's broken up. A couple of our U15 players sticking around to watch the game that you can see popping into the camera there. Clarington Flames do a great job of supporting their other teams. Clarington brings it down deep into the zone. They cycle it behind the net. That pass out front trickles all the way through, and the Whitby's going to dump it out of the zone. Puck comes down the ice. Clarington wraps it around to the far side. Whitby wins that foot race to the puck. Battle for it. Puck comes out. Battle at the blue line. Clarington now gains the neutral zone. They're going to dump that puck down the length of the ice, and they're going to make a change. Whitby brings it up the near side. Pressured there by the forward for Clarington, number 28, Holly. I'm going to try to get some of the names as I read them off the jerseys for you folks. Again, I don't have a player lineup. They don't have one posted on their website. It is helpful when the teams post their player lineup on the website, just last names with the numbers, so that I got some names to call. But Clarington going to take that puck deep. They're going to put it in the corner. Whitby's going to take control, but good forecheck by number 11 forces Whitby to stay behind the net. Whitby going to break it out the far side. Pass cross ice. That play's broken up. And 22 for Clarington. Going to circle back in her own zone. Plays it up the near boards. Clarington just making a change at their bench, so Whitby forces that puck back into the Clarington zone. Clarington cycles it around to the far side. And there's a delayed slashing penalty coming against Clarington. The net's also knocked off its moorings. And that'll be whistled down. And there's the slashing call against, I believe that's number 27 for Clarington. So face-off's going to be down in the Clarington zone. They are going to go on the penalty kill. Face-off controlled by the Wolves. They take it down into the corner. Good puck battle, though. Clarington does a good job of blocking the player out, and they're able to get it to the blue line, but not out. And now they fire that puck out into the neutral zone. I see more people logging in. So I believe the link for the game's been shared for some of the families. So thanks to those tuning in. There's a shot on net, and that's held on to by the Clarington goalie. So Clarington again is killing off a penalty for slashing. For those just tuning in, our penalty clock didn't start on that play, so I do apologize. That puck shot all the way down the ice by Clarington. Do a great job getting the puck out of the zone. Whitby brings it in. They cycle it back to their D, but they miss that puck, and it's going to come all the way down the ice. Just got our game clock synced up here. So 1 minute remaining in the power play for Whitby as they gain the Clarington zone. They drive deep into the corner, squeezed off the puck by the Clarington defense. Puck cycles all the way around to the defense. They're going to go D to D cross ice. Big slap shot from the point. That's steered aside by the Clarington goalie. 40 seconds remain in the power play for Whitby. And we now have another penalty coming against Clarington. This time for interference. So our penalty clock does not allow for two times on the clock, so we'll just put the latest one up. So there's 36 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3, then it'll go to 5-on-4. Whitby wins that face-off back. Long shot from the point. That's easily handled by the Clarington goalie. Face-off won by Whitby. They start to cycle it around. They move it back to the point. That long shot in. Easily handled by the Clarington goalie once again. Face-off's going to be just to the left of the Clarington goaltender. Puck comes around. Whitby going to bring it around the near side. Drop pass into the corner. Whitby doing a nice job of cycling this puck around. Clarington's box penalty kill doing a great job of keeping Clarington to the outside. Back to the point. We'll go D to D. She's got some room. She takes a shot. That shot goes just wide of the net. Puck comes around the far side. Battle down low. Clarington doing a great job. Only one player stretching out the box a little bit. Now they've returned back to that box formation. They pressure as that Whitby player tries to come into the center. And they force Whitby back to the outside. Great penalty kill here by Clarington Flames. Now 5-on-4. Whitby making a change on this power play, trying to get some fresh bodies out there. And Clarington gets the puck off the far boards, but not out. And now they get it out into the neutral zone, forcing Whitby to regroup. They'll come back, cycle back in their own zone. They move it up the near side. And they chip it down into the Clarington zone. And now it becomes a foot race. Clarington able to bring that puck up the near side. They get it to the line and not out. There's a long shot in. And that's steered aside by the Clarington goaltender. Battle for the puck. Only 15 seconds left to go. In the player advantage for Whitby. They step out from behind the net. And that shot goes just wide. Whitby fans on the shot. And that'll just about do it for the penalty kill as Clarington returns to even strength. Whitby steps out of the corner. There's a shot, goes high and wide over the net. Clarington now chips it out of the zone. And they're going to get it down ice, forcing Whitby to regroup. Good pressure by number 28 for Clarington. I believe that's Holly. Back to the point. There's a long shot in on net. Whitby goalie couldn't handle it and forced to push that puck in behind to the corner. Clarington player knocks her player down to the ice. And Whitby starts their regroup. And they dump it down into the corner. No icing. Both players tangle up. Puck comes out into the high slot. Whitby player takes that shot. And that's steered aside by the Clarington goalie. Clarington goalie makes another save as that shot comes in from the point. Whitby starts to cycle. We'll put it down into the far corner. That puck comes out. And now Clarington going to transition and come the other way. They got two players coming. Blind pass across to the center, picked off by Whitby. Clarington now brings it in, number 4. She takes a nice hard low snapshot that goes just wide of the net. That puck sails around to the far side. And Whitby elects to just dump it out of the zone. Clarington's going to regroup. They're going to bring it up the near side. 4. Puts that puck into the zone. Whitby with a fast break coming the other way. Clarington defense does a great job picking off that puck. Battle on the near side. Puck still loose. Number 77 is going to dig that out of the corner. She's got a little bit of room. She's going to bring it to the Whitby blue line and dump that down in as some of the Clarington players go to make a change. Good foot race for this puck. Whitby able to bring it out to the neutral zone. 3-on-2 coming the other way. That shot on net steered aside by the Clarington goalie. Clarington chips it out of the zone. Whitby going to fire it right back in as they're looking to make a change. So Clarington with a little bit of time and space. They're going to break out the far side. Cross ice pass, that bounces off the stick, so no icing on the play. Whitby goes back for it. Whitby going to bring that up through the neutral zone. Wide net drive. She tries to slip it through the feet of number 7. Number 7 closed off that gap and kicked the puck into the corner. Now puck battle down in the near corner. And number 7's going to dig that puck out, put it around the far side. Whitby player sitting right there, though. One of the things we noticed in the U15 game is Whitby likes to put 2 players down low behind the goal line on either side of the net and have one sitting in the high slot. That's how they like to cycle around. So we'll see if this team does the same. There's one player down low. Shot from the point. That's stopped by the Clarington goalie, and it's in the feet, and Clarington able to dump that puck out into the neutral zone. Cross ice pass. That Whitby player's all alone. She takes a shot. Clarington goalie with a great save and on the rebound. Puck comes loose. Referee lost sight of it, and it came out the other side. And I believe the net's knocked off too. Yep, the net came off its mooring, so play whistle down. Whitby wins that puck back to the point. That long shot blocked by Clarington, so they're going to start to transition out. They got 3-on-2. That long shot in on net goes just wide. Battle on the near side. Whitby going to just hammer that puck down into the Clarington zone. Battle down on the far side. Clarington going to bring that puck down and dump it into the Whitby zone as they're looking to make a couple of changes as well. Good battle for it. There's Clarington. They're going to win that puck battle. They're going to try to bring it out front. Whitby player all over. She's going to transition that puck out with a quick breakaway or breakout. And a good back check there by number 4 for Clarington to get her stick on that Whitby player. And that plays whistle down on the offside with 3:30 to go in the first period. Still a 0-0 hockey game. So that face-off's going to be just outside the Clarington zone. Face-off won by Whitby. They pull it back, regroup in their own zone. They get it to the neutral zone. That pass picked off by Clarington, and they dump it down into the Whitby zone. Battle forward on the near boards. Whitby fires it around behind their net. They're going to play it up the far side. That cross-ice pass intercepted by Clarington. So now Clarington takes over, and they're going to bring it back into the Whitby zone. Whitby with the long stretch pass again. She's all alone. She gets the shot off, and the Clarington goalie comes up with another big save. Clarington goaltending making some great saves in this opening period, keeping her team in this game. And right off the face-off, Whitby puts that puck in on the short side. I don't think the Clarington goalie knew that puck was going to come out that side. So 2:44, the Whitby Wolves go ahead 1-0. Face-off won by Whitby, but comes all the way back into their zone. So they're going to play it up the near boards. 27, Neely in a puck battle on the near side. She's going to come out with it. She gets it to the neutral zone. Gains the Whitby zone. She's got 3 Whitby players on her. So Whitby takes that puck and just hammers it back down towards Clarington. Battle down in the far corner. Clarington's got 3 players down there. So they're going to come out with that puck. It's going to be a 2-on-1 coming the other way. A couple of Whitby players in chase. See what happens here. Nice pass across. And the Whitby goalie forced to make a sliding pad save. As Clarington gets a great opportunity on that 2-on-1 rush. Clarington plays that puck up the far boards. Intercepted by Whitby. They're going to set up behind the net and play that puck out front. And again, the net has come off. .125 to go in the first period. Wolves have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. High shot from top of the slot. That goes over the net. Rebound pops out front. Whitby going to cycle back to the defense. That shot's blocked by Clarington defender. And they steer it out to the near boards. Whitby dumps it down into the near corner. Knocks her player off the puck. And Clarington transitions that puck out to the far boards into the neutral zone. Play on the near side. Number 4 for Clarington stops short behind the net. She gets knocked off the puck. Whitby trying to get that puck out front, but number 14 for Clarington just would not let her step out from behind the net with that puck. Now 14 returns the favor, knocks her player off the puck behind the boards. And Clarington goalie going to hang on with 27 seconds to go. So face off on the far side. Clarington starts to break out in the far side. They chip it out into the neutral zone. Whitby now plays it ahead. They drive deep into the corner. They try the cross-ice pass, but that's broken up by Clarington. And Whitby now going to transition, and that'll do it for the first period. Both teams ready to go here for the second period. 1-0 Whitby. The Flames are absolutely in this game. Just need to generate a few more offensive opportunities and win some of those races to the puck. Both teams line up, start second period. Face off controlled by Whitby. They're going to gain the Clarington zone. And that puck's going to trickle down into the near corner. Pass out front, broken up by Clarington. Whitby forced to regroup in the neutral zone. That pass just out of reach, so it's going to go down into the corner. Whitby's going to win the foot race for it. Number 27 does a nice job pinning her player up against the boards. So now Clarington, 27, she's going to control that puck and put it around the far boards. Whitby defender bobbled it just a little bit at the line. Couldn't get the shot off. Now the Whitby player steps into the high slot, takes a shot, goes just wide. Puck back to the point. That long shot in on net. And that's the kind of shot that the Clarington goalie wants to see. She sees it all the way and makes that nice, easy save. Whitby wins the face-off. They try that shot again from the high slot, but Clarington gets a stick on it, and it goes over the net, and Clarington now going to send it down the length of the ice. Icing waved off as it hit a Whitby player on the way out. Clarington able to keep it in, trying to step out. Puck locked in a battle here on the near side. Whitby's going to come out with it. They're going to go cross ice. That play's broken up. I think that's number 86 for Clarington. And Clarington puts the puck back into the Whitby zone. Puck comes across. Clarington regroups just at their blue line. Played up the near side. They get it to the line, and that's number 90, Eaton. She puts it down into the Whitby zone as Clarington looking to make a change. Clarington regroups in the neutral zone. Pass to the center. Number 98. And that puck's chipped down into the Whitby zone. Clarington doing a much better job this period of reading those neutral zone plays, breaking them up, and getting the puck back into the Wolves zone. Now they got to work on the aggression on that forecheck. There's some good aggression from number 77 as she knocks the Whitby player to the ice. The referee caught up in the play. Whitby's going to take that puck. They're going to hammer it down in. Just hits the side of the Clarington net. Clarington with the cross ice pass. That puck was bouncing. And it goes to the far side. Whitby now, they got a little bit of room to skate. They bring it back to the defense. Defense fire that puck down. And Clarington picks it off. They're going to bring it up ice. Number 98, she gains the Whitby zone. Dumps it down in the corner. She's still battling for that puck. And Whitby strips that puck away, and they're going to bring it out the far, near side. Whitby goaltender trips going across the crease and takes the net off. So the faceoff will stay inside. Faceoff's going to be just to the right of the Whitby goaltender. She just lost an edge as she was trying to go across the crease. Maybe something these Clarington Flames can take advantage of if she's struggling with some edges. Try to stretch her out across the crease and put one home. Whitby takes it up the far side, wrap it around the boards. Breakout pass, they get it to the center. She's going to come into the Clarington zone, stop short. She was looking for a trailer, nobody coming with her. So now she's engaged in a battle on the near side, and Clarington's going to chip that puck down the length of the ice. And it doesn't make it, so icing's waved off. Good forecheck there by the Clarington player, forcing Whitby to go back the other way. And Whitby panics and just dumps it down the ice. Clarington picks it off. Number 7, she's going to bring it down the ice. She looks out front. There's a pass out front, and there's a nice hard shot, and the Whitby goaltender had the 5-hole locked up. Nice hard shot there by the Clarington Flames player. She was looking 5-hole. puck battle on the far side. Whitby is going to cycle it around, bring it up the near side. They gain the Clarington zone and just dump it down in behind the net. Clarington starts their breakout. They get it to the near side. And they didn't get it out past the D. There's a cross-ice pass. That goes just wide. So Whitby's going to grab it and regroup. They're going to dump it down into the Clarington zone. In behind the net. Clarington starts their breakout on the near side. Stop short. Stop short again. She creates a little bit of room for herself, so she's going to bring it up. She gets it to the neutral zone, and Whitby just fires that back in. Clarington goalie steers that aside. Whitby now with a little, or Clarington with a little more room. Now they start their breakout. They were looking for the center, going up the middle, couldn't get it. Number 43 for Clarington. She's going to gain the zone. She looks out front. Clarington player interfered with as they come across. No call by the referee. .77 for Clarington. Chips that up off the boards and into the Whitby zone. Number 14 is going to give chase. Now 98 down low. Whitby with the long stretch pass. Hits the player in the middle of the ice. She slips it through the defender's feet. But just out of reach, that puck's going to trickle into the corner. Clarington puts it up the far side. Trying to hit the center, going cross ice again. Just out of reach, but number 98 picks that puck up. She drops it for 14. There's a shot on net. And Whitby's going to hang on. Whitby moves it up the near side. Off the boards. They're going to chip it out of the zone. Clarington defense, number 77. She's going to regroup with her defense partner. I think that's number 4. Moves it up the far side. Whitby blocks off those boards. So Clarington now going to force and come around to the near side. And we do have a delayed penalty for slashing. Not sure who it's against. It's going to be against Whitby. So face-off's going to come all the way down the ice. And the Flames now going to get a chance on the power play to even this game back at 1. Puck locked in on the boards. Whitby player trying to take some time off the penalty. They get it back to the point. Defender's going to walk the line. She's going to put that puck in on net. And good screen in front. The Whitby goalie having to make 2 good saves on this play. So Clarington with a couple early opportunities on this power play. Face-off won by the Wolves, so they're going to dump it down the length of the ice. Clarington brings it up the near side. Whitby with a shot on net. And the Clarington goalie's going to hang on. A little delayed reaction there for the referee blowing the whistle. Needs a little bit of more time off the Wolves penalty. Clarington brings it out the far side. They chip it off the boards and out. Icing waved off. Whitby forced to come back for it in a hurry as Clarington putting on a good forecheck. Puck played off the near boards. Foot race for it. Whitby player's going to win the foot race. She's going to take that shot. It's going to bounce off the side of the net. Whitby gathers it back up again. Short-handed. There's a long shot in from the point. Whitby trying to cycle this puck, but they're short-handed, so nobody there. Clarington player plays it off the side of the net. Whitby gathers it up. Gets to the point, but not out. Long shot in on net. Didn't have much on it, so Clarington's going to take over. They're going to try to break out the far side. Whitby forechecker jumps all over it. She's trying to get to the front of the net. Clarington breaks up that play, but there's a high shot, or a shot from the high slot. That's broken up by Clarington, so it doesn't get through. Clarington now brings it back the other way. Number 28, Holly, gets tangled up with her player on the near side. Buck trickles down into the Whitby zone, and they're going to start their breakout. They're going to chip it down the length of the ice. Both teams back at even strength. 5-on-5, pass out from the corner. Clarington does a good job of breaking up that cross-ice pass. That long stretch pass just out of reach. Clarington with a little regroup behind the net. Bringing out the near side. Battle down low. Whitby puts that puck out into the high slot, but Clarington going to break up that play, and out they come. Long stretch pass. And Whitby's going to fire that puck down the length of the ice, and they're going to get called on the icing with 5:07 to go in the second period. Whitby going to gain the Clarington zone. Puck down in the far corner. They try to cycle it out, but good active stick there by the Clarington player. Breaks up that play. Back to the point. That pass across. Whitby player couldn't get a handle on it. Second shot attempt steered aside by the Clarington goaltender. Clarington, number 7, she's going to bring it all up herself. She gets it deep into the zone and puts it down into the far corner. Clarington regroups in the neutral zone back to number 7. She's going to dump that down into the Whitby zone. Whitby now going to bring it up the near side, and they're going to dump it down into the Whitby zone. And I believe that's going to be called on the icing. Clarington trying to put that puck out front of the net. It's going to come out into the neutral zone, and they're going to be forced to regroup. Whitby goes back behind the net, tries to play it up the far side. Play broken up by Clarington. They're going to come out the other side. They gain the zone and dump that puck in. Whitby dumps that puck down the length of the ice. They're going to get called on the icing once again. So Clarington, with 3 minutes to go, going to have an opportunity here deep in the Whitby zone if they can win this face-off and control the play. Face-off won by Clarington. But Whitby's going to take control and put it around behind the net. He's going to take it up the far side. That gets to the line, not out. That shot, though, is blocked. So it's going to come out to the neutral zone. And the Clarington player hauled down. No call by the Whitby, or by the referee. Clarington's just going to put that puck back into the Whitby zone. And Whitby's going to regroup behind their net. Move it up the far boards. Clarington gets there first. Whitby, though, they get it out to the neutral zone. One-on-one play. Clarington player with a good head of steam. She's going to bring it up the near side. Number 77. But that's going to be blown down on the icing. Sorry, folks. I just got to get caught up with the timekeeper. I did notice he let the clock run a little bit extra. Face-off won by Clarington, but it pops out to the Whitby line. Whitby trying to cycle out of the corner with it. Play broken up by Clarington. Clarington tries to cross-ice pass, hits the skate, and they're forced to regroup again. They bring it up the near side. Number 98 on the near board. She puts it back for 22. 22 puts it up the boards for number 98. 98 tries to chip it off the boards, but Whitby's got that board sealed right off. 22 for Clarington. She's going to cycle back behind her net. She stopped short. They get it to the neutral zone. And Whitby's going to just fire it back in. That shot actually goes right onto the Clarington goalie. So good reaction. She steers that aside. Clarington tries to chip that off the boards and out. Whitby's just sealing off that boards at the blue line. 55 seconds to go here in the second period. 22 for Clarington. She looks cross ice. Whitby doing a lot of work here to break up Clarington's breakout attempts. As Clarington keeps getting it to the blue line, but not out. This time they got a little bit of room. Number 7's going to skate up with it. She gains the Clarington zone, or the Whitby zone. She takes it deep into the corner. Goes around the far side, pass out front. Comes back to the point. And Whitby's going to chip that out of the zone with 3 seconds to go. That's going to do it for the period. And that'll do it for the second period, folks. It's still a 1-0 hockey game. There will be a short intermission, so we're going to cut away to an intermission image, and we will return for the third period. So you can stay tuned in, but we're just going to cut away for a few moments while the Zamboni clears the ice. Folks, we are back for the third period. Both teams have taken the ice. Clarington Flames getting pumped up at their bench. The score, still 1-0. Flames are going to look to capitalize and get a quick one here to start the third period. Face off won by the Wolves. They're going to play it off the far boards. Clarington forcing the Wolves to regroup. Whitby now going to gain the Clarington zone. 2 players wide. That shot on net comes out the other side, but nobody there. And they now hammer that puck in on net. So I did just get an alert, folks, that my laptop battery's low. This is the second game of the day that we're doing. Dial down some settings and make sure that we can get through this whole game for you. Puck shot down the length of the ice by Clarington. That's going to be blown down on the icing. And the face-off will come back down to the Clarington zone. Clarington's going to get that puck out of the zone. They're going to bring it in. Nice little move at the line, but just gets out of a reach. Puck comes back to the point. Battle for it in the high slot. Whitby's going to push that into the corner. Clarington checks their player off the puck. That puck's going to trickle down into the corner. They start their breakout on the near side. Clarington gets that puck out. Whitby forced to regroup in their own zone. Whitby's going to dump it down deep. Puck comes around to the near side. Whitby passes it out front. That play's broken up. And I think the goalie's going to hang on. 11:56 to go. Face off won by Whitby. They're going to pull it back. That puck back to the point. Shot on net. That's going to go just wide. Battle for it on the far side. Clarington's going to chip that puck out. They got 2-on-1 coming back the other way. A couple of Whitby players get caught up. So now they break up that play. Whitby enters the zone. And Whitby's going to score. So Whitby jumps ahead a little bit more, 2-0. Puck battle in the far corner. Whitby tries to play that puck around the far boards. Gets the blue line, not out. Clarington now. And Whitby tries to shovel that puck out. There's a long shot from the point. That's tipped in front. And the Whitby goalie had to make a great save. There's a high, hard shot. That goes just wide of the net. Whitby now cycles back behind the net. Stops short, turns around. They bring it up the near side. Clarington, they go D to D. She's got some room. She steps in, takes that shot. There's a rebound. And the Whitby goalie's going to hang on. Rebound came out just out to the side of the net. Sprawling Clarington player trying to put that on. So we are down to 9:51 to go in the third period. Puck right around the near side. Whitby gets it to the center. They get it into the Clarington zone, and now there's a foot race down into the corner. Whitby tries to put it out front. Nobody there. So Clarington's going to take over. They get it to the blue line and not out. Back to the point. There's a long shot. Goes just wide of the net. Whitby steps out of the corner. That shot goes over the net. Clarington's going to dump that down the length of the ice, and they'll be called on the icing. Faceoff's going to come all the way back down to the Clarington zone. 9:08 to go, so just letting our play clock get caught up. Got to give shout out to whoever's DJing the music for the U18A team. Some great music today in the arena. Whitby brings that puck out. They shoot it across, and the Clarington goalie makes the save, pushes that puck out to the far side. Comes all the way out. Whitby forced to regroup. They get it to the neutral zone. Pass ahead. Drives wide, stops short. She's looking for somebody. She's got a player in the high slot, but the Clarington player was all over. 8:30 to go in the third period. Whitby cycles it behind the net. They make a pass out front. And that puck's going to come all the way down the ice. Whitby forced to regroup. Long stretch pass as Whitby was making a change. But the Whitby player headed in the wrong direction, so bring it all the way back into their zone. Now they bring it up the near side. Whitby going to gain the blue line. And And the play broken up by Clarington once again. Clarington defenders have done a good job breaking up these plays as Whitby gains the zone. Now Clarington with a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. She'll stop up. Pass across in front. That player's all tangled up in front of the net. So now Whitby on the fast break coming out the other way. Chips it down into the Clarington zone. Tried the shot from the high slot, but fanned on it. Now the shot comes across, and Clarington goalie forced to hang on with 7:24 to go in the third period. Face-off's going to come in deep in the Clarington zone. Face-off won by Whitby. They're going to bring it back to the D and just dump it down into the corner. Clarington now going to bring it out. Lead pass. Drop pass to number 95. She dumps it down into the corner. 14 called for it. Puck goes all the way around to the far side. Clarington chips it back behind the net. 14 steps out. She had the player right out front, but her stick was tied up. There's 14. Now she tries to take the shot, and that shot's blocked. And Whitby now they try to get it out. Comes back to the line. Whitby down the far side. Battle in the far corner. Clarington leaves it behind the net for 77. She chips it up to 95. 77 takes over. Nice little move. Chips it up to 95 again. Just outside of her reach. And the Whitby defender bangs it back down in behind the net. That shot goes just wide of the net. Played across front of the net. And a great stretch save. A great stretch save by the Clarington goalie to come across and stop that play with the glove. We're down to 5:55 to go in the third period. Puck played behind the net. Clarington puts it out the far side for number 28. And she'll get it out of the zone. And she'll chip it down into the Whitby zone. And number 11 coming up the near side forces Whitby back behind the net. Whitby now brings it down into the Clarington zone, down into the corner, plays it out front. Nobody there. So the Clarington goaltender going to hang on with 5:17 to go in the third. So again, folks, if the stream does suddenly drop, it's just the battery in our computer we're using for the actual broadcast is running very low. So we've turned down a bunch of settings so that we can hopefully bring you the rest of the third period here. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. There's a bad hit down in the corner. No call coming. If you do like today's broadcast, make sure you like and subscribe our channel. We do bring you a lot of Clarington Flames home games. This is our first time doing the U18 team, and we hope to bring you some more in the near future. So like and subscribe. You'll get a notification when we go live for Clarington Flames games again. That puck shot down all the way by Whitby, and Clarington is going to get a chance now for the face-off down in the Whitby zone. Referee and the linesman, we're talking to one another. Wonder if it's about the hit that was down in the corner. Face-off won by Clarington. They work it back to the point. That play goes down in front of the net. Clarington cycles it back behind the net. Nobody there. Whitby's going to pick it up. They're going to bring it up the near side. Chipped off the boards and out. 2-on-1. And I believe that's number 11 for Clarington. 15 does a great job on the back check to get back in that play. Face-off won by the Wolves. They bring it back to the point. There's a shot and a chip in front. And the Clarington goalie reads the chip perfectly, makes the save. And now Clarington able to bring that puck down in, but they are going to be called on the offside. 4:12 to go in the third period. 2-0 Whitby over your Clarington Flames so far. I'm sure Clarington would love to get one on the board here and see if they can't build a bit of momentum. Lead pass for Whitby brought into the zone. That shot goes just wide of the net. Clarington, number 9, she's got a bit of room. She's trying to chip that puck ahead. Play broken up by Whitby, and Clarington now just dumps it down into the zone. Whitby chips that puck all the way down the length of the ice. It is going to hit the Clarington goaltender. So icing waved off. No Whitby players in the area, so she can't lock the puck down. Clarington player got lucky there with the trip down in the corner. And Clarington's going to chip that puck down. I don't think it's got enough to get all the way down. So the icing's waved off. Whitby stopped short. They try to play that puck up the far side. It's tangled in her feet, so she just chips it out of the zone. Clarington, number 77, wanted to regroup, but her D partner was blocked out. So she does a nice little spin move to get free. Plays that over to number 4. Now they get up to 98. 98 dumps that puck down in, just misses the Whitby net. And the Whitby goaltender is going to hang on and force the face-off. Whitby goaltender not taking any chances here. Since it's not our Clarington team, I'll say it, she does have the shutout on the line. So she's not taking any chances. She locks down that puck and forces the face-off. Clarington keeps the puck in the zone, slides the puck through the feet. Trying to come out of the corner with it, but Whitby's got 3 players on it. Now they ice it down the length of the ice. So Whitby also not taking any chances and letting Clarington get any momentum going in their own zone. Again, shout out to the DJ here for the Clarington Flames. Some great music being played in the arena. Whitby wins that face-off. They're going to bring it out. She cuts through the middle. She's on. She gets the shot off, and she does score. So that fast break play, some teams do run that play where the winger cuts across the face-off circle and takes the puck out of the zone. I think it caught the Clarington defense by surprise, and she was off to the races. 2:20 to go. 3-0 hockey game. Again, Clarington probably just love to put one here on the board just to break the Whitby shutout. Puck goes all the way around to the far side. There's a shot on net, tipped in front. But Whitby's going to take over and bring it out of the zone again. Now, quick break again, 3-on-1. There's the pass across. Unable to get a stick on it. Now Clarington's going to bring that puck. Number 9. And the Whitby goaltender again going to hang on. Face off just to the left of the Whitby goaltender with a minute 44 to go. And that face off won by Clarington. They try to get it in on net. Whitby now going to start their way out of it. They tanned it over to Clarington. There was an opportunity, comes back to the point, and that shot goes just over the net. Battle down in the near corner. 2 Whitby players, 1 Clarington player. So Whitby gets it to the line, but not out. Now Whitby's going to carry it out of the zone. They gain the Clarington zone, cycle around behind the net. Again, they're just looking to eat up the clock now. So they're going to start cycling this puck around in the Clarington zone. And Clarington's going to fire that puck down the length of the ice. 53 seconds to go. Face-off controlled by the Wolves. They try to cycle it back to the point. But Clarington's going to chip that out of the zone. Now 88 or 98 in a rush down to get the puck. Two Clarington players now down in the corner. Much better strategy for winning that out. And the Wolves player is going to trip up the Clarington player coming out of the corner. So almost a bit of a sympathy penalty there by the referee. Had other opportunities to call stuff during the game. But it was right in front of him, so he did have to call that one. So the Flames will go on the power play with 32 seconds to go in the game. They win it back to the point. They try to get that shot through, but that's broken up. Now Clarington cycling around. Whitby trying to tie it up on the near boards, just trying to eat up the clock now. So two Clarington players down in there trying to fight that puck out. They need to dig this puck out, get it worked out front. They do get it to the high slot, but the Whitby player cutting across, going to pick it off. Just 6 seconds to go in the game. There's a shot on net.